Roman Reigns just had a lot to say on Pat McAfee's show, so we'll get into that. We'll also check out some Bloodline topics, Matt Hardy, and much more. Starting things off with the big conversation related to Matt Hardy. Matt was recently spotted in attendance for the March 18th edition of Monday Night Raw, and it sent the internet into a buzz of trying to find out why Matt, who signed with AEW, was at a WWE show. Well, after his appearance at the show was blown up online, and even within the venue, with so many fans noticing him and spreading the word that he was at Raw, Matt Hardy took to his own platform to explain his Raw attendance. According to Matt, his wife and himself were invited out to the event by some of her fans, and they just went to hang out with them quietly and privately. Matt said that they even got to the event nearly an hour after it started. It was supposed to be a quiet hangout time with friends, but once the word started spreading, everyone knew that Matt Hardy was at Raw. Matt himself even said that he thinks the whole story itself is catching more attention than it should, only because everyone knows his contract is coming up soon with AEW. So when fans saw Matt at a WWE event, everyone's mind just instantly gravitates to wondering if he's in negotiations with WWE. Matt didn't really confirm or deny if he's in talks with WWE when his current AEW contract is up, but he did make a strong pitch for himself, saying that Jeff and himself are highly recognizable faces that always push and promote every single thing about whatever company they're signed to. So we'll see where Matt Hardy ends up for his next contract. Roman Reigns made several headlines this weekend for his appearance on Pat's show, where he got a handful of topics and took several big shots. One of those big shots being aimed at CM Punk. Roman had this to say when he brought up Punk, quote, "I'm not one of them people that once I got there, it wasn't what I expected. I'm not like CM Punk, where I got to the top of the mountain, oh, it's not what I expect. I'm not going to complain about it. No, once you reach goals, enjoy the dream. This is what you've been working for. That's exactly what I'm doing." End quote. Roman's jab at CM Punk definitely seems intended to set up and foreshadow a future bout between both men. WWE actually teased already this feud on television during CM Punk's Smackdown appearance after he returned to the company in 2023. It was a very brief but very significant teaser that they dropped back then that hinted at Roman versus Punk. CM Punk was walking backstage at Smackdown when he noticed the Bloodline's locker room. He went right up to the door, raised his fist as if he was going to knock on the door, but ultimately decided not to knock and walk away. So that was such a small, maybe a 5-second long moment, but it definitely revealed to us that Roman Reigns versus CM Punk is surely on WWE's to-do list in 2024 or beyond. Punk was right at the door, ready to knock and potentially see his old friend Paul Heyman again, but he figured that the time just wasn't right at that moment and left. But like we always talk about, if they show us a certain thing on WWE television, it always has to have a meaning for the most part. So they showed us Punk thinking about knocking on the Bloodline's door. That means that sometime down the line, Punk will come back to that door and he's gonna knock on it. A lot of things were already in place setting up Roman versus Punk, and now you have Roman taking a public shot at CM Punk on a big platform like the Pat McAfee show. Roman definitely knew what he was doing there with that remark, and that's building up hype for Roman versus Punk. Roman has become one of the greatest storytellers in the industry currently, so there was definitely a much larger purpose behind that CM Punk name drop. In Roman's eyes, CM Punk achieved the dream, made it to the top of the industry, but then started complaining about everything once he was at the top. Roman says that he's not like that and very appreciative to be living the dream right now. We also can't forget the long history that CM Punk and Roman Reigns have together on WWE television. The Shield was originally brought to WWE television in 2012 and appeared to be taking lots of direct orders from Paul Heyman and CM Punk on what to do and who to attack. So Punk, Roman, and Heyman have all been involved with each other dating back to well over a decade ago. So the second that they revisit that history between the trio and ignite that new feud, it's going to be something really special to witness. Another thing Roman Reigns touched on was the original WrestleMania 40 Night 2 main event. Reading in between the lines of what Roman Reigns was saying, it appears that Roman Reigns versus The Rock at Night 2 of WrestleMania 40 truly was locked in and was the original plan for the show. Roman Reigns versus The Rock was all set up to headline Night 2, and another meeting between Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins would have taken place during Night 1. But it was because of the fan movement with Cody Rhodes that caused them to make an instant change in direction. And that's important to know because that's a question that fans were asking for several months now. Was the current WrestleMania 40 plans always what WWE intended for, or was it an audible? Well, it looks like changing everything back to Roman versus Cody and adding the tag team match only came into existence strictly because of the Cody Rhodes fan movement. However, Roman Reigns argued that he is truly the victim here and how Cody Rhodes robbed him of finishing his own story and getting that perfect storybook ending as the tribal chief. Roman had this to say, quote, "Let's be honest, if guys my age, that small minority of our WWE wrestling fan base weren't a bunch of bees crying the whole time, he would have never gotten that buzz and y'all would have been smitten with The Rock versus the tribal chief. That's what it was." That's the beauty of this business. Things can happen at the drop of a dime and you have to be able to either call an audible or ride that wave that's coming at you. For me, that was the end game. Let me just make the final statement. Put the stamp of approval, seal the deal. I beat The Rock. Ain't nobody ever questioning what I've done here, and Cody took that from me. We're such a close family, and we handle things the right way. He took that from me. He took that storybook ending. You ain't even been here half the time. You just got here. You literally just got here 2 years ago. End quote. Roman even took shots at Cody's time in AEW, labeling that entire run for Cody as a whole lot of nothing. Roman also said that he's the only one that's been here the whole time that didn't have to go anywhere else or do anything else. Roman pointed out how Cody Rhodes was gone from WWE for several years, how The Rock was in Hollywood, and how everything and everyone just comes to him. Roman also took more jabs at Cody Rhodes for moving like a politician by signing autographs, being a good guy, and always wearing suits. Roman said that WrestleMania 40 is going to be the biggest WrestleMania ever, since he's double main eventing both nights. He also touched on retirement, saying that he's still a young man and doesn't see retirement happening anytime in the near future. Roman also called himself the focal point of everyone's story in WWE. Cody's story and journey revolves around Roman, and now even The Rock's return has revolved around Roman. So it looks like there's still a lot to look forward to there from Roman Reigns in the future. But what are your thoughts on today's stories? Leave your comments below. Don't forget to subscribe with all notifications on and leave a like if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, guys.